confidence. How do you build your confidence? It's a very, very, sometimes we think we've got confidence. Sometimes we might think, oh, we've got confidence. Sometimes we doubt ourselves, right? I remember a time that I would just be with society type of people, and there will be a conversation going on. In my mind, I knew like what I could contribute into that conversation. I knew what I have an idea of something that I also think that I can also, you know, contribute into that group conversation. But for some reason, I would just doubt myself, and I'm thinking, no, I don't think that makes sense. I don't think it's really, really, it's true. I would just be like, okay, let me leave the people who I believe that they know it better. And by the time they start speaking, and they're saying the same thing that I was thinking in my mind. And every time I'm asking myself that, wow, like, why don't I say the things that I'm feeling? I didn't, you don't have to be, I mean, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to, it's okay to know it. It's okay to say it, and it might not be, you might not be right. But what is stopping me? Now I got to understand one thing. Why is it happening to so many people? Why is it happening? I've been to several places, and I'll be having a conversation with some people, and they'll be like, no, I don't want to take part in the activity. I don't want to take part. Maybe, for example, the associated type of activity. It can be anything. It can be cooking, it can be speaking, it can be football, it can be exercising with other group of people. But I've noticed that it wasn't just me at the time. There were other people as well that was also feeling that same thing. But I had to dig in to find out why. And I noticed that it was we criticizing ourselves so much because we're looking up to other people and we're thinking that they know better than us. Or maybe because we don't see how great we are. And digging deep, and like me being a very critical person who like to research a lot and get to understand. I love understanding the deep root of why certain things happen, or why certain things are happening. And I just started discovering so many things that most times our confidence drop, either maybe our parents being too critical about us, or maybe we are fortunate, we're surrounded by certain type of friends that we don't even know that those are the type of people that we shouldn't be engaging with at the first place. I got to understand one thing: when you find yourself in an environment of friends, regardless of how they make you feel, like at that time of the joke, or how best their joke might sound, but when they talk you down, or they make a certain type of joke about you, or they make you doubt yourself, and at the same time they're playing a mind game on you to make you think that you're thinking too much, you're too sensitive, you're too reactive. But those are the same thing that are breaking, are crushing a lot of people's confidence down, because everybody wants to get it right at the first time. Everybody wants to get it done perfectly at the first time. Nobody wants to accept that there are same things that we will try and do. It don't have to be perfect. It's okay to fail. It's okay not to be able to do it very well. It's okay to write and there's an error. It's okay for you not to be able to play the football as everybody else will play it. But just knowing the fact that practice, as they say, makes perfect, I do not believe at all that practice makes perfect. I believe that practice makes progress, because by always visiting the same thing that you have always have passion to do, you have always love or crave deep down in you that you want to try or explore, by always trying to visit that same thing all the time, your confidence start to grow, your confidence start to build. Then you start discovering that you've got more that you can give. But how does that help you? Why do I preach? Why do I empower all the time? And I say, listen to yourself. Don't be afraid to let the people that are not meant to be in your life, to let them go. Always in your mind, be prepared to come off your comfort zone. Because listen, one thing that I've noticed that can help you come out, that can help you build your confidence, is when you come out of your comfort zone and do the things that you've never done before. But how does that stop you? When you move with people that surround themselves with fear, they dressed up with a coat full of fear. Because remember, people that are scared, that question themselves, or they haven't got confidence, they will never tell you that they don't. Because why? We never want to accept things that we know that we're suffering from. A lot of people wear a mask. A lot of people wear a facade. It only takes a confident person to tell you that I am no confidence. I'm just shy. I don't think I can do it. Right? So when you surround yourself with people that have got the same fear as you, they will make you think that even though you know that you're being scared, but you knew that it's not like you can't do it, but you just need to build that confidence and go for it. But when you surround yourself with people that believe on the same music that you are listening to, who does not accept, or they don't want to come out to believe that they're also afraid, they will make you accept. And that is how I believe a lot of people have crushed their dreams. That is how I believe a lot of people have unfortunately said goodbye to their purpose, or to the dream that they have always dreamed deep down in them. And one thing I've noticed with life is that when you don't do the things that deep down in you is your calling, or you have always loved to do, it can be cutting hair, it can be fashion, it can be maybe building a website, it can be opening up your own business, it can be, starting up acting, it can be a YouTuber, right? But when you surround yourself with people that have no dreams, people that are critical in the way of their way of thinking, people that will crush you down, it will take a brave person to come out, and still go for it. Because most times we tend to listen to the words of the people that are surrounding us. So the only thing that can help you to build your confidence is for you putting it in your mind that it's okay not to be perfect. That is one thing I've trained my children to understand, that you don't have to beat yourself to it. I never knew most things until I was on my 30s. Why should you beat yourself to it? We're not perfect. So I've learned to understand one thing in life, that we as a parent, we've got a big role in our children's life. How they see certain things about themselves, their ability, their strength. But if we keep on picking on what's not going well, by criticizing them, by always looking at what is not working out, that is what is going to crush, that is what is going to make them start doubting their ability. Because when they start doubting who they are, what they can do, what they can give, they will think in their mind that they can't do it. And once that mindset, that once they start thinking about that, that's it. They will not do it. But they will watch other people doing it. But they know deep down in them, they knew that they could have been able to do this. But there's just that pillar that is between them and that thing. That is the reason why I empower parents and say, always look at the positive side about the things your children are doing. Don't focus on the negative side, because the negative side is what is going to limit them. If I have some fear in me and I try to impose that fear on my children, definitely they will not do it, because at the end of the day, children believe in their mom or their parents. Your world have more power in their soul. So because I'm afraid that I couldn't do it, it doesn't mean that I should tell my children. What I tell my children is that do it. Why not? Why don't you do it? Even if you do it and you don't do it well, and so what? What could happen? What's the worst? That's what I've trained my children over the years. What's the worst? Why don't you do it? And by the time my children start engaging in it, and I see it in their face, sometimes they make mistake and they're thinking, am I going to be angry? Am I going to tell off them? I smile and I say, keep doing it. What do you think? How did you feel when you were doing it? How do you think you can do better? Or what do you think after you've done it? How was the process? What do you think that can change next time? So those are the things that I've been able to empower my children, so that way they will know that in life, the only thing that can stop them is what they think and feel within them. But it doesn't matter what people think. Because I tell them one thing, that what people think doesn't matter. The only thing that can stop you is what you think. So if we are able to start ensuring that we are nurturing our children by empowering them to let them understand that people's opinion have nothing over their life. Because remember, the only person that knows who is you. You know your strength. Somebody can look at you from afar and say, I know you can jump over the fence. I know you can jump. But are they inside you? Do they know the strength that you've got? No, because it's what they think. That's why I tell people, don't think about what people say or they feel about you, because the only person that knows you at the end of the day is you. But when you start dwelling on the criticism of people or how people's opinion, you're thinking about people's opinion, that will start limiting or start decreasing your motivation for you to try something that you've never tried before. If you fail, there is something that you needed to learn. That is why you failed. But for the fact that you are able to accept, I know most times, why do we beat ourselves from failing? Because when you look back to our childhood, it's because either one of us, we came from a very strict family. We came from a family whereby our parents expect us to get it right at the first time. Our parents are ashamed if we missed or if we fail. So that makes them feel bad. So because of that, we hold ourselves, like we beat ourselves so high, because we believe that if we fail, it's not a good thing because of the way we've been brought up. But I have trained, because not being a parent, I've been able to understand that during my own journey as well, and being a parent now has helped me to understand that the only thing that can make my children question their confidence, their self-esteem, and who they are is how I view them and from the way I speak to them. So my role as a parent is to speak life into my children, is to speak life into their soul. Because who they are still like a flower that is growing. Whatever I put in them is what is going to turn up tomorrow. So That is the reason why to build your confidence or to build your children's confidence is for you as a parent, as a caregiver, to not to focus on what is not going well, because you can always revisit it again and try it again and let them review and think what did not go well. How do we do it? How do we make it? How do we improve next time? Then you notice that when they find themselves in an environment that they've been put within other group to complete a task, that voice in their head that would have been negative will become positive. Because why? Because they know now that, oh yeah, we can do it. They might even be one of the person who is going to motivate other people in the group and say, we can do it. We can do it. That one word is powerful when you find yourself in a difficult situation that you have to accomplish a task. And I hope I got you inspired. This is LJ.